Hi, this is Mina. Thanks for tuning in. Are you hungry? I'm always hungry. I'm gonna make one of our family favorites. It's split pea soup, and you can start it with just water, or in this case, I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of olive oil. This is one of my favorite pots. I'm gonna add what's called mirepoix, which is a starter, and it's what helps flavor your soup. And I feel like most soups start out this way. And so you can see I'm peeling an onion. I cut the ends off. I'll give it a quick rinse. And I'm only gonna quarter this and then put it in the food processor. I know better than to turn this thing on and walk away from it. Just a few quick pulses, and I've got a nice chopped onion in there. I'm gonna use the whole thing. I'm gonna let this chopper do some more of the hard work. Put the blade back. And what else goes in this? This is about 4 stalks of celery. Whenever I would Google a recipe, I don't listen to it anymore. I just kind of do my own thing. And I want more celery in there, but if you only put 2 celery stalks in there, it's gonna be great. A lot of soups will be like, put 1 carrot or 2 carrots. No, I like hearty, so I go big. And I'm used to always cooking for a big group. Here we go again, a few pulses. Finally chopping this celery. It looks great. And then it smells amazing. Gonna add that. I'll pick my skinniest ones. And I'm just gonna rough chop them. Put that in there. So now I've got finely chopped carrots to add. It's a nice layer at the bottom of that pan. And the last thing I have to add are those 4 cloves of garlic. So a lot of times recipes don't call for garlic. I already told you guys in a previous video how I attribute garlic to being this life-giving food. So I'm using it, 4 cloves. But if you're not a big fan, just use 1, okay? So you make your own adjustments. And then, who says cooking can't be cardio? A leap to the left, scrape it out, a leap to the right, 1 more time. All right, so that's it. That's my mirepoix. My soup starter. All those flavors are melding. I don't need to let them brown or anything. I'm just letting them all kind of waiting for the onion to become translucent. I pre-washed, so I didn't have to run away from you guys. The split peas. I just buy a bag at Jewel. They say you should wash them and clean them. Kind of went through them by hand before I rinsed them to see if there was like one time I found a stone, so little. And then one time, literally in all my years, I found a stem, like, you know, a 1/4 inch stem. But let me go ahead and add this, the peas, the split peas, and I'll just stir them up. So far I haven't added any seasoning. And then here we go, this is the fun part. Use your top, and then slice the carrots. You could do this by hand. This is how you get your kids involved in cooking, because everybody wants to use, you know, gadgets. Makes it more fun, more exciting. So these are my sliced carrots that I'm gonna add to the soup. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in right now. Stir them up. One of the last vegetables I'm gonna add are gonna be these potatoes. So I thought you can always eliminate this and that soup would be great without it. But I think 1 potato is going to be just fine. I'm sure that looks lovely. I can feel my whole body shake as I'm doing this. Trying to speed peel this potato, but to be honest, that's pretty much the speed at which I work anyhow. So I'll cut that potato in half. I double check it, make sure it's a good one. Then I'm gonna slice it in thirds. There's, you know, how do you wanna slice it? You decide. Then I'm gonna take those slices and make them smaller. What's happening behind all this clutter? I'm just chopping the potato. So the smaller I make them, the greater the chances that they're going to dissolve in my soup. Okay, they'll help to thicken it. Split pea soup is one that when you leave it cook, you know, it starts out thin, but then over time it gets thicker anyway. So I peeled that potato, I chopped it, I handled it. I'm gonna rinse it. I'm gonna add my seasonings first before my vegetable broth. So I have some fresh thyme. I decided I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna put about I don't always add basil, but I decided to this time around. I'll tell you what I normally add is salt and pepper. I can put some garlic powder in there, a bay leaf. I'm gonna put 2, and then I take them out before I serve the soup. I'm gonna put salt, about 1 teaspoon. I'll use Himalayan salt. I like my pepper milled, it grinds, but I have been buying this black pepper coarsely ground. It's just quick and easy. About 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper in there. I will put some garlic powder just for a little extra. But this is my thyme. If I just pull it top down, it kind of comes off easily from the stem. I also have dried thyme I can crumble in there. It's probably 1/4 teaspoon of fresh thyme, or I would do a 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, or my soup would be amazing if I left it out. Maybe you can hear the sizzle. It's getting stronger. So I have all this precious ingredients left. It's just, you know, everything I chopped. I don't want to waste that. I'm rinsing it out with water. Doesn't matter how much it is. It's like 2 cups of water, just to clean all that out and add it to the bottom of the pot. And that's gonna be, that water is gonna help me deglaze the bottom of this pot. So, you know, you probably heard it sizzling, so things start to stick to the pan, and not anymore. Just using my spatula and spreading that water around, I can feel like whatever was getting stuck is loosening from the bottom, which is just translating into more flavor for my soup. So now I feel like that has all the seasoning I'm gonna want. Everything else is gonna come from the flavors of all that boiling together. I just need to add vegetable broth. I have vegetable broth that I buy that's organic. Sometimes I just buy it bouillon style, where I scoop it out and then just continue to add more water. So what am I gonna do today? I'm gonna do something easy. I'll show you. My one daughter doesn't like it because there's oil in here. So I'm gonna split the difference with you. I'm gonna use one of these containers and just squeeze that in here. I love this time of year because what's better than a nice piping hot bowl of soup? It's filling, it's delicious, it's comforting, and then I'll use this better than bouillon, organic vegetable base. I put water in there, but that doesn't count. That was just for deglazing reasons. This is good for your grip. I mean, we're staying healthy here. I got my grip tested. So I'm just gonna grab a spoon. It's never a measuring spoon, is it? This is like a decorative serving spoon that you would put in a dip. It works. I'm gonna put a heaping spoonful. To me, that looks like this is 2 teaspoons. So this is way more than 2 cups. It's probably 4 cups because I want a lot. And I can always add more bouillon, but I'll never need to. Because even if I just use water and not vegetable broth, there's so much flavor in those vegetables and the seasonings I added that I don't really need to go crazy on this, on the bouillon or the vegetable broth. Water works just fine. So I'm gonna give that a stir. It looks pretty on the stove top. So if I bring it to a boil and then lower it to a medium setting and then keep my eye on it and keep stirring it, then those split peas are gonna break down and my soup's gonna be ready within an hour. But I'm in no rush. So I'm just gonna boil it and then put it on low and then just let it, it's only gonna get better with time. If you come back to your soup and then it looks too thick, just add more water and then turn up the heat, and the water will blend right in and your soup can find the right consistency that you like it at. Some people might like the split pea soup at more like a stew level. Others might like it more liquidy and a just real brothy level. You know, that's how much water are you gonna add to yours. That's easy, split pea soup, done. Now what do you wanna make? I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.